So now we continue to get into some of the more minor prophets that are frankly, a little more obscure, but no less important. So Joel, we actually skipped over that in our in my videos here. I apologize, but anyway, Joel is doing some historical reporting on the devastating effects of a locust infestation. Um, so this is like meteorology of the ancient world, and uh, and the drought that came with that, and things like that. And anyway, so then he uses that historical record, this thing that's happening kind of in the news, so to speak, to connect to um, uh, his prophetic call for people to turn to God. So we're thinking probably 500s BC. Um, so we see God removes the plague and transforms the curse into a blessing. And then there's this promise at the end of this universal judgment preceded by an outpouring of the Spirit on Judah. And if we skip forward into the New Testament, at Pentecost in Acts chapter 2, they're quoting Joel there. So you kind of see the outpouring of the Spirit, right? And universal judgment. So these things are connecting to each other. So Joel is a particularly gifted poet. He's got an aptitude for turning historical events into like apocalyptic images, and so the one that he uses is the locusts advancing against Jerusalem are like God's army advancing on Jerusalem if they don't turn their ways, right, or don't change their ways and turn toward God. So there are, and we see this a lot in the prophets, appeals and imperatives. If you do this, God will do that. If you don't do this, God won't do that. And again, just with the gifted poet, there's alliteration and rhetorical questions and personification and metaphor. And anyway, that is Joel.